Reese and Ira on the corner, Real Talk Corner.
Real Entertainment Network.
Ira and Reese. The talk is still real. We still on the corner. We gonna touch on some topics.
SKN, we got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, we got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, it's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. Yeah.
Ira and Reese.
Dynamic duo,
Talk is still real. We still on the corner.
Real Talk
We
Corner.
gonna touch on some topics.
It's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. Yeah.
Check it out, you know, in tune.
My daddy made this beat.
Yo, check it out, you know, in tune to the dynamic duo, Reese and Ira on the corner, Real Talk Corner.
Real Entertainment Network.
Ira and Reese. The talk is still real. We still on the corner. We gonna touch on some topics.
SKN, we got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, we got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, it's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. Yeah.
Ira and Reese.
Dynamic duo,
Talk is still real. We still on the corner.
Real Talk
We
Corner.
gonna touch on some topics.
It's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. Yeah.
Check it out, you know, in tune. Check it out. Check it out, you know, in tune, in tune. Yes, 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 yes. Ira, we back. Ira, we back.
Full effect.
We back, we back, we back. Alright. How you been, bro? What's up with
I've
you?
been good. I've been good, you know. Can't complain. Can't complain
Family
at
good, everybody
all.
good.
Everybody good. Everybody's
Nice,
solid.
nice. Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
What about you? What about you?
Man, I good, I can't complain. You know what I mean? I live a dream, you know. When people dream is the life I live. So I can't complain.
But you got style, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're full of style. You're full of style.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
I just
I tell them already my life should have been a TV show.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too
I
late,
mean,
you know. We have a network. What you talking about?
yeah.
If you need
Yeah.
it to be a TV show, we could make it a TV show.
Yeah, that's what we got to do next. You know?
Yeah, let's make it a TV show then, because
Yeah.
I wanna see this dream life that you live in.
Yeah, you know.
To
Hey,
you
and
know.
I had some great cuisine this week, and I had some fry. I had some good cuisine this weekend, some good fry.
Yeah. The adventurous boy.
Yeah, I had some fry this weekend. So, you know, things like that, I think, you know, we got to start putting forward because people got to see the great lifestyle.
I've never enjoyed that thing before, ever.
And condolences. You have been
I
feeling
tried
the life,
it.
my guy.
I tried it and it just didn't work. But I want to say where you had it from before you go, because maybe I need to check it out.
No, Gators had it on the menu.
Get anyway tonight. We're gonna be chatting with the one and
Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
Abo Nati Labird. Definitely Abo Nati has been around for some time in the cultural scene, Culturama scene, and as the chairman of the Culturama committee. Abo does catch a lot of heat as the chairman of the Culturama committee, and Abo is here to
Boy,
Why the man? I don't understand how the man not boil yet. The
I'm
man's
gonna
supposed to
catch
be
you.
roasted. You know what I mean? He catch a lot of heat. Some of the heat that he catch, I think, is unfair to him, especially after the last conversation we had with him on the show. Definitely. And don't mind that that thing came up. I'm gonna fix it just now. I'm just adding in something. But he catches a lot of heat. Um, Unfortunately, Abo, I don't know if we're gonna be able to help you, but hopefully we can. No man, Abo, you're gonna get a chance to talk your piece tonight. Let the people know what's going on with Culturama. Everyone is starting to get a little excited and maybe a little antsy. So people calling you out on Facebook. You know how it is, the new age of social media, and I'm happy that Abo is here tonight with us. And let's not waste too much time and just bring on the man himself, great Abanati, who's been doing it for this long time. Abo, you with us, Abo? You with us?
Yeah. Good
Oh,
night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Reese, what's up?
Blessings, they good man, they good. Hope all is well with you,
Yeah, man. A little flu, but I got a little ham on here. A little
Of course,
a little ham on
of course,
what?
of
you know,
course.
infused with the
You know,
real good. Mm, you know.
that's how you do it. Yeah,
So I good. I good. Ira,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
up?
That's
What's
how
up,
you do it.
Ira? Family.
Just here, just here. I when I reach, I'm gonna swing by you for some of that real Hammond
Yeah, man.
that you have.
The real stuff. Real stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I only deal with the authentic stuff, Abo. But you're asking us what's up. You're the man with all the ups right now. You're the man with everything.
Well,
You know.
Culturama is we're just about 10 days away from the start of Culturama 49. Next week,
Yeah.
Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
7 o'clock. What the time be right now? It's just after 7. We're
Yeah.
going to be in the
7:20.
complex next week, Thursday, now, this time, so. And we're
Yeah.
going to be doing the official opening ceremony.
Okay.
Um, this year, we're going to be doing it a little different. Over the years, we have, done it at the Cultural Village. This year, we want to do it production style.
Okay.
We have Kamara Louise.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote a script, and we are going to be producing the opening ceremony this year rather than doing things the way we have done it for the last how much ever years. So
Okay. Okay.
moving into the 50, we got to kind of raise the bar a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What we are doing, the village, the cultural village stage
Mm-hmm.
would have been a little bit too small because we want to have a cultural display, steel band, string bands, maka
Mm-hmm.
drumbe, clowns,
Mm-hmm.
masquerades, choral singers. A lot of the soca artists gonna be passing through and doing the thing. So it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be production style, and we want to do it a little different. Some nice stage decor, and so hence the reason why we are gonna be taking it to the cultural village. It's gonna be free of cost, so persons to just come, and right after we have the declaration, we head right next door, Cultural Village, jam session start, Culturama start. Um, the session going to be poiled down in the Cultural Village right after the official opening ceremony.
Okay then. Okay then. So I mean, what should the patrons them expect in the cultural village after? It's bands from
Well,
Nevis, bands from.
we have bands from Nevis, DJs from Nevis. We were trying to get a band from Sinkits, but the
Yeah.
bands from Sinkits, they are engaged or
Okay.
will be engaged um, the very next morning or night. And so those guys decided that they wanted to do a little rest up. And
Okay.
so we have not yet gotten the commitment of a band from Sinkits. But we're going to put our best local bands from Nevis on display at the opening of Culturama, and they're going to be going down in the village. However, the village will begin its operation this week, Saturday night. And
Okay.
so from this week, Friday night, as a matter of fact. And so we're going to be providing nightly entertainment at the Cultural Village, starting
Okay.
this Friday and going right down until the end of Culturama on August 8th.
So when you say nightly entertainment, what we looking like? Nightly entertainment.
We're
We're
looking
looking
at
like
we're looking
Baka
at bands,
Jumbies
we're
and
looking at
stuff.
DJs. We're
Music.
looking at bands, we're looking at DJs, and of course we can have the Wet Fete down there on August the 5th, Saturday, August the 5th. We can have the Soca Monarch contest, the National Bank Soca Monarch contest. That's also going to be in the village on Thursday, August the 3rd. And so those are two shows that are going to be held at the Cultural Village this year. Of course, you know
Okay.
that we had the epic 5-in-1 fete at the Cultural Village last Friday. And so, things are really heating up.
So
here
5-in-1
for
is an
Culturama.
official Culturama event?
It's a fringed event, and we have been promoting it on the calendar ever since the inception. I think 5-in-1 probably started either 2018 or 2019,
Yeah.
and we have partnered with the organizer and have made it a part of the Culturama calendar.
Okay. Okay, that's great. That's great. Empowerment of the young, I love that. I love that empowerment of the young idea. And people balling for more fets too. Some people at least.
Yeah.
Maybe not
Yeah.
everybody. So it's good that you guys incorporate those kind of stuff. So I mean, I'm trying to be excited for Culturama 49. I mean, tell the people why they
I
should
hope
be
you're coming
excited for
home.
Culturama. Yeah. I tell you, when pass by you on drink, you think I was making
I
joke?
hope you bring my partner Reese too.
I wasn't. Well, that young he conversation. See, he right there. I see what going on.
No.
He right
I
there.
in for the 50.
You see that? I don't discourage people from coming for the 49. So now everybody are talking about the 50.
They got the prime up Reese. They got the prime up 49. They have to go into 50.
Yeah. No, I like what y'all doing for 49 though. But one question. You said musical entertainment after the larger Culturama. Who gonna be in the cultural village? Tell the people who gonna be playing. What they could expect to hear.
I got an update this afternoon because I know I was coming on this program because I have different people looking after different things. So Swain Evelyn, who is now working at the secretariat and understudying me to take over when I make my departure next year.
Let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a
giving out all the
question.
information. Okay.
You just come straight to it. Straight in. So you're gonna take over me.
You
just drop down in the middle of your conversation with no buzz. Like people don't want that to go over the heads higher because Abernathy just announced that Swain Evelyn will be taking over from him when he makes his departure. And then he think we're not gonna get to ask him, well, Abernathy, when is this departure that you're talking about?
August the 31st, 2024. That's my last day at work.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution. Yeah, Abernathy? Yeah, I understand. I appreciate you. But
talking about Friday night now. So next Thursday the opening at the Culturama down in the village. I can't really confirm the entertainment, but I know we're gonna be having DJs. We're gonna be having bands. We're gonna be having at least a Sinkis band that's gonna be coming over to really.
Are they again then?
I'm not certain. I'm honestly not certain. But if my memory serves me correctly, Swain told me this afternoon that Odyssey will be in the village at the opening of Culturama.
Okay, because I feel like for the opening of Culturama, every single band that wanna say them a jam band in the Navy should be at the opening of Culturama.
Yeah.
You don't think that's a fair thing for the bands? Reese would disagree because Reese said the bands are not
jam bands. We got several jam bands. We got the Core, we got the Odyssey, and you got a new band that's kicking up a lot of waves out of Craddock Road, the Charleston area. New wave band. I don't ever hear about them. But we had an action corner over at Big Six a couple, last weekend, not this weekend that just passed, the one before that. And the young guys have so much energy. I mean, it really caught everybody off guard because people did not come to expect the kind of energy that the new wave band put out that night. So
Unfortunate.
we have a bright future right there on the horizon in Davis in terms of jam band and music, the new wave band. We got to look for them. We
Yeah,
got to
man,
look out for them.
and unfortunately, when it was them time to play, they didn't get the stream ended, so that was unfortunate for
Oh,
us
okay.
out here. So let's not let's make sure that not happen again, please. I beg you. And Abonati, I know you're not responsible for that because you're one man, eh? You're one man.
No, but the stream really was done by MTV,
Yeah,
and I guess they got instructions that um, after the reveal of the
the
costumes
ladies.
and the soca
Okay.
teaser,
Yeah.
I guess they got instructions to come back home.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
They have to cut the stream.
okay, okay. Well, NTV are pleading with you. Whoever running NTV now, please. Let the young band get a little strive there, please. I beg you. Please let them get a little strive. You know what I mean? But Abanati, Culturama 49, right? It is your job here tonight to hype it up. Because I was extremely hyped for Culturama 49, but I'm like, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I was supposed to wait until next year. Because everything I hearing about is Culturama 50. The build up to Culturama 50, Culturama 50, Culturama 50. Why do we have to wait? And why can't this be just one step higher than Culturama? Not one step, but couple steps higher than Culturama 48, and then Culturama 50 is now an elevator, a rocket from Culturama 49. You know, because I feel like
Well,
this year, yeah.
that really was the plan.
Mm-hmm.
That we use Culturama 49 as a stepping stone, a precursor to Culturama 50. We encountered some challenges. I'm sure you heard about the setbacks we had with getting contestants. This week we
No,
had 7.
no, Abanati, this is your chance to talk about the setbacks that you had in getting the contestants, man. Let me hear about these setbacks that you had in getting the contestants. I didn't hear
But
about that.
at one time,
Mm-hmm.
Ira, we thought we would not have had a Miss Culture Queen pageant, and I'm
Wow,
honest about it.
really?
The swimwear contestants, they came on board. At
Yeah.
one point, we had up to 8 swimwear contestants. The swimwear contest was never really an issue.
Mm-hmm.
The girls them came. They want to enter the swimwear for
Mm-hmm.
Culture 49. But the Miss Culture for a long time, we only had one contestant. And then it zoomed right up to about 6. And then it
Mm-hmm.
zoomed back down to 2.
Mm.
It was really, really, really challenging. And so we had to make some offers, some incentives. Ask persons, go out there, source contestants first. If you bring a contestant or 2, there's a monetary reward that is for you. And
Gotcha.
so some persons went out there, brought contestants, and got the reward. And in the end, we
Wow.
ended up with 5. 5 is what
So,
makes a show real.
about, do you think one of the reasons no one wanted to come forward is because of the prizes? You know, they feel that the prizes aren't necessarily worth the time and dedication that it takes to actually perform in a show of that caliber.
Well, actually, the winner from Miss Culture gets $15,000. And
Mm.
Mm.
in Nevis, I think that $15,000 is a lot of money.
Piece of
Additionally,
land.
additionally,
Mm.
there
Mm.
is they get $10,000 to prepare. Two
Mm-hmm.
thousand of that obviously goes to the chaperone. So
The chaperone.
in a sense, we put $25,000 in the hands of these contestants.
Mm.
25,000
But okay,
combined with
no,
what they're gonna win. That is the winner. The winner gets 15 plus 10, $25,000, and that's a lot of money. The first runner up I think gets what 12,000. The
Mm-hmm.
second runner up gets 10,000, and then the runners up I think get 6,500. So that's a lot that is at stake for the Miss Culture Queen pageant.
that no, that's true. But all right, let's look at something. For example, where I think Randy does the Caribbean show, whatever it is, he does.
Yeah.
Why
Miss
have we ever
Caribbean culture. Miss
Miss
Caribbean
yeah,
culture.
Culture, Miss Caribbean Culture
yeah,
Queen Pageant.
Yeah, Miss
yeah,
Caribbean culture. Yeah.
I was close. Um, but have we ever attempted to do something like that where we add that as a part of the incentive to victory? Hey, if you win, you represent Nevis in this
Yeah,
pageant
that
at
has
this time.
always been from
We
the
do stuff like
inception
that.
of Randy Show.
No,
That has
no,
always been. So the
that's
Miss
it.
Culture gets a chance to enter Randy Show. And so this
The
year,
following year.
Shamali Newton, who is the reigning Miss Culture,
Yeah.
is preparing for Randy Show.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean for sure Nevis. I mean for sure somewhere else. Yeah, somewhere else.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
We talking about Nevis show.
all right. Let me tell you, Reese, because a lot of people don't know this.
Okay.
When I came to Culturama in 1999, there was a show in St. Vincent, Miss Carival, that I
Mm.
sent Camaro Louise to, and Camaro won that show. Singles had a contestant, they did not win. And so from 1999, some wise body of bodies and Sinkits decided Nevis is not going to send its own representative to Miss Carnival. The
Wow.
representative must come from the federal committee, which is the carnival committee, right?
Wow.
Yeah, boy.
Recently, I'm sure you could recall we sent um, there's a young lady who was crowned for Culturama 40. I'm seeing her face. I can't remember the name right now. She's from Butlers. She went
Okay.
to Antigua and represented Nevis in the Miss JCs. She came first run up. And then some wise bodies again on Sinkits decided no more invitation should go to Nevis. And so those top prestigious regional shows, Nevis has been banned from them. We can't send anybody. So the only show that our queen could really enter with any kind of prestige is Randy's show, which is held right here in Nevis. Obviously, they can't come on our turf and tell us that we can't send anybody to
So
a show that is happening. Tell us,
why are
oh
they
wow,
able why are they able to do that? I don't understand.
National
Why
Carnival,
yeah.
National Carnival, Culturama, in the Carnival Act,
Okay.
Culturama is regarded as a community festival.
Oh.
It's not a national festival. So Culturama is on the same level. They say like
As
um,
Winfest.
Winfest
Yeah,
or Green
Winfest
Valley in
and
Sinkist or Village
Green
Farmer
Valley.
in Sinkist. Yeah,
Mm.
or Estity Fest over in
Mm.
Canberra.
Oh,
And that
Oh,
is how the
child.
okay.
Carnival Act is designed. Carnival Act is designed that way, right?
Learn something new.
So
Thank you.
it is something that I raised recently. I was at a meeting sometime recently, and I mentioned that it, it is time that we get a Culturama Act and make our own rules and regulations over here. For example, we have in Juve in Davis, and the end of Juve, 12 o'clock, is governed by the Carnival Act. The Carnival Act, 12 o'clock. That is what the Carnival Act said. Um, last lap, the Carnival Act said that last lap must end at 10 o'clock in the night. For some reason, we have to stop at 8. And there's no way.
Okay.
We have been lobbying, we have been begging, we have been pleading with the authorities, the police. At least let us have the same um, advantage as our brothers and sisters over in Sinkits and have our last lap go down until 10. And they said that said to us no.
Because
And
you're a village festival.
no politician, nobody could change that. Culturama is seen as a
No. Politicians could change that. Politicians could change that. They could definitely change that. Is that act you're saying? And politicians are
well,
hired to change laws. So they could
yeah,
change it if they feel fit. You know
yeah.
what I'm
So we
saying?
need the point I'm making
Yeah.
that we need an act over here. We need a Culturama, a act that would govern our own
Well,
Culturama.
even if we had a Culturama act, what would that mean in relation to the Carnival Act, though. Wouldn't the Carnival Act just trump the Culturama Act and be like, yo, chill, we done said this?
No,
It's like, this is your constitution, King. The Carnival Act is
no.
No,
your constitution
but
of Carnival.
once it goes to Parliament and gazetted and all that, I don't think that they can overrule or override what is in the Culturama Act. I don't think so.
But I think I'm vexed. But me and go say fair share, boy. Fair share. Let me just work with the fair share thing. You know what I mean? All of this got to be have to be kept in mind when we talk about fair share. It can't always be about money. Culture is just as important. To preserve
Yeah,
your culture, we need that should be a part of the fair share. But this is mind blowing, Abernathy. I had no idea. I had no idea that there was a carnival act that governed
yeah,
all these
yeah.
things, and that Culturama contestants are being suppressed by what's going on with the Carnival Act. I'm gonna say it again because that's not what you said in these exact words, but this is what I heard. Culturama queens are being suppressed by the Carnival Act. Don't hide your face, Abanati.
Well,
Don't hide your
not the act per se, but
yeah,
some good folks over on the other end
yeah.
made a decision, sent a letter.
And okay, Abanati drop. The pressure hot.
Look like
But
you feel.
every single
Look like you
time,
feel.
every single time, one of the girls from Nevis, one of the ladies who participate in a Nevis Culturama, every single time, this is what we just hear. Every single time, Abanati must be lose current. Every single time, because I Nevis see there. Every single time, right? One of the girls, right, who does well in a regional show from Nevis, somebody from Sinkits come and say, "But we need to change that. Only Sinkits, you have to win in the Sinkits show in order." Well, not the Sinkits show, the SKN show, the Sinkits Nevis, the Sugar Mass Carnival, however we want to call it. You have to win at that level in order to represent. There is no
Yeah,
Nevis representation. There's no Sinkits representation. There's only Sinkits and Nevis representation.
right. Yeah.
So we now have to promote our girls to go to Sinkits from Nevis in
Well,
numbers.
you remember
But
a
it's
few years
hard.
ago, another few, many years ago, Hazel Glassford from
Yeah.
Credit Road.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of
she
time.
went down to Dominique and won, represented the federation, and she won Miss Oasis.
Yeah, she won.
That was
Yeah, I remember
So she
that.
represented Sinkis Nevis because she was the national queen at that time,
Yeah.
and it's the
We
only
have
national queen that we have had.
yeah.
I think,
It's
yeah, I think it's the only national queen that we have had.
Kamara didn't win in Sinkits. Kamara Louise.
I'm wondering if she went in for Miss Sinkis.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Because I think in terms of regional queens, we had two outstanding regional queens, which would have been Hazel and Kamara. They had represent us well on the regional stage, and it's just that level. But Abanati, we don't really want to stay too long on the queen thing, but I want to say so for the 50, what I should expect, like a horse for London Hosen or something. Second round, a Kia. I remember they used to give her a Kia and these kind of things.
Well,
Real.
for Culturama party, we bought 2 vehicles. This and that one a vehicle, and the same young lady that I referred to from Butler, she won a vehicle, and those 2 vehicles are still on the road, still looking good. This and that one a red car, and the young lady won a silver car, and they're still there. So we're gonna keep our fingers crossed. Once we could get Hasford and TDC to throw in some pennies and waive the duties and make the vehicles affordable, that may be a possibility for next year. I'm not saying that we're looking at it, but once it's affordable, then we will make it happen.
I think now is the time. You know what I mean? So pass the time to
well, right after Culturama 49, we are gonna continue our conversations with our sponsors and all that. We are gonna open up the discussion with TDC. We are gonna open up the discussion with Hasfords, and we are gonna see what they can throw on the table for Culturama.
When is registration open for Culturama events, by the way? What time of the
in
year?
in January of the year of the festival. But
Okay.
we are going to, for this year, we are going to launch the slogan competition next week, Thursday night. The slogan
Oh, okay.
competition for Culturama 50. We are going
Yeah.
to launch it at the opening of Culturama next week,
I
Thursday
like
night.
that. I like that. I like that. I
Well,
like
no,
that.
not next week, Thursday night. On the 27th. On the
Yeah, yeah.
27th. Because
I
next
like that.
week, yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like the earliness. I like the promptness of
Uh,
it. I like the promptness.
I think
All
for the
right.
50th, we need to get everything a lot earlier. I think we need to be able to lock in the Queen Show contestants a lot earlier. I think we also should be able to
Well, please, the
launch
idea,
Culturama early as well. We lose our ball again.
all of the
No,
contestants
he there.
by
How about the
January,
Mm.
and so we have a launch of Culturama in January. That is what I'm looking at.
Okay,
Launch
okay.
of Culturama in January.
You cut off a little bit.
Yeah.
How about you cut off a little bit? And I ain't really want to talk too much about the 50 tonight because I just feel like Culturama 49 is being shadowed by the 50. It's a
Overshadowed.
huge,
I agree.
yeah. Yeah, it's a huge milestone for Culturama. Though a bit controversial because Culturama tend to look at the years in which it started versus the amount of years in which it worked. But that's fine. We could do with the years in which it started. We're gonna take it. 50
Yeah,
years.
when we look at the anniversaries, we look at the
Yeah.
anniversaries.
50.
You know that there are 2 years we did not have the staging.
Culturama. Yeah.
83 and 83 and 20. 2020, 21 we had a virtual staging in around Independence. It was not at the Culturama time. But the king and the soca king and the Culturama kings that were crowned then, we still recognize them.
Gotcha.
But it was a virtual celebration. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea. But before we move on, I wanna show the people, the contestants for the Miss Culture Queen show. Do you still feel like this is the biggest show in Culturama, Abanati?
No. It has dwindled. The biggest show in Culturama right now is the Wet Fete.
Wet Fete? Okay. Rolling in.
Mangoes all day sounds like a plan for me.
Okay. In terms of income?
Yeah. And
Okay.
attendance.
Well, Reese is going to have a field day. Right?
Like that, remember the last
This is
time I
going to
was
have a
saying
field
something
day.
about that. I have been saying that for years that nobody go to Queen Show, everybody want the party.
Yeah. Culturama is now a big party.
Well,
And
it's not
the older heads are saying to us, why you all diluting the culture with all these fetes and all these, the Trinidad style costumes. I remember this year when we brought out the teaser poster, Ira Cosmeries said, "Boy, nobody wants to see a man. People want to see a woman in bikini and all kind of thing." I remember that.
Me not went that deep in saying in bikini, but I did tell you, we want to see the ladies, we don't want to see the guys, because wherever the ladies are, the guys would follow. I don't necessarily know it's the other way around. I told you that. I don't know about the part with the bikini, but I think you add on a partner because that's what you had in your mind.
You told me that is what you like to see.
I have
girls in the bikinis.
But about the truth is, right? Because like I was telling Ira, when you look around the region and even throughout the world, people are jumping to party here. People don't jump to Queen Show.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, if you have
people
wet fit this, people don't travel Queen Show.
People travel for Miss Universe. People travel for Miss Universe and then kind of shows that you know and tell me nothing else.
Miss Universe is $1 million share. They win again $1 million. Yeah. We ain't gonna make it something like that. Like for example, when you look at Trinidad, which Miss Peach is the biggest carnival in the Caribbean at this point. The last week of Trinidad Carnival was all fit too.
Oh.
Marshall Monday, Kessani Rocks Tuesday, Bacchanal Friday. That's what we're doing.
Well, Reese, even in Antigua, next to Antigua, you remember that when you were a little boy growing up in Nevis, the big weekend in Antigua was the Calypso Show and the Queen Show. You know what Antigua has done? They have put the Calypso Show and the Queen Show the weekend before. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
they
got
move it.
Panorama, and the feds and the breakfast fete that Dr. Strait does put on. Those are the activities that you find on the carnival weekend in Antigua, the feds.
Yeah, those are the
The
marquee
traditional
events. You know.
elements, the traditional elements of the festival, they put them a week earlier. The
So
soca
Abo,
monarch
You
contest,
know,
those are the things.
well,
so
the
Abo,
reason for that is
right, go ahead,
the
Luis.
reason for that really is about the people who want to travel, who want to come to your carnival. A queen show is really interesting to them because they don't know the contestants. Unless they know one or two, this my niece, this my goddaughter, it ain't really interesting to them. But a wet fed,
Yeah.
we don't care who you be. You could have two Rockford, you're gonna still reach. Yeah.
So Abo, I want to give you the opportunity now because a lot of the things people like to say, oh, Abanati, analog mentality. You've been there for a long time. You know what I mean? And
25 years. This is my
I appreciate
25th
your
year.
service. Yeah,
Wow.
I appreciate your
A long time.
service, right? So, but people feel like because you've been there for a long time, a lot of the things that are still going on is because of you. But you said on this show before, it's not you. So Abonati, you were saying if you had the
But
ability to move the Queen show, right? Because you're the chairman. If you had the ability, the decision was up to Abonati Laibod. Would you move the Queen show and the Calypso show and all these show to maybe the week before and have a weekend of it at the end?
definitely, and I'm sure you remember last year
Okay.
that
Yeah.
we
He did
put
say
the
that.
Calypso show last year
Yeah.
on
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
this Thursday.
Yeah. No. I
He,
don't be. Yeah. Go ahead, Abonati.
And we
no,
did, and we got a lot of flagging for it. A lot of
Yeah.
flagging for it.
Yeah.
Got people coming home. I come home, I can't see the Calypso. You know?
Yeah.
So this year we
Yeah.
put it
Yeah.
on the Friday night. This year we put the Calypso on the
Okay.
Friday night. We put the soca on the Thursday night.
The
But you
soca on the
can't see
Thursday
yeah.
night, Lord man, the
cannot
soca we need to go to the soca show. You see, the thing about it is, right? The reason why I asked Abanati that question is because I know that he said it before. But I don't be
yeah.
defending Abanati. I like body, so I can defend him. So
But
I don't be
watch
defending
out.
Abanati.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ira, if it was left up to me,
hmm
the Culturama weekend would be party, and party down
Okay.
the road.
Okay.
If it
We're
was
gonna
left
make
up.
sure to clip that. Go ahead.
And you made a statement a while ago, right?
hmm
Let it be known that when I came to Culturama in 1999, Culturama 25,
hmm
I was the one who introduced the first international reggae artist show,
Okay.
Joseph Hill Culture.
Okay. Thank you for
I
that.
came back in 2000 and I introduced the Soca Monarch contest,
Thank you
right?
for that.
And then some years later, I introduced the band clash. So
Thank you
I've
for that.
brought
So what happened to
changes
those
to the
shows? What happened to
festival.
those shows? What happened to those shows? They're not there no
And we're
more.
not gonna ban for Backlash.
Bring over
It's not
SK
gonna
man.
ban for the bands and them. The last time we attempted a band clash, the band said, "Boy, we want to just come and play and you pay us. We don't want to enter a competition. And if we lose, we only get maybe $3,000 or whatever. We want to come and play for $4,000 or $4,500 and that's it."
Oh,
So the competition just went down the drain. And
and
the
the
band clash
international,
was growing.
yeah,
By
it would have been big.
the international artist show, things have really gotten real expensive. I
Yeah,
mean, last year we wanted to bring was Patrice Roberts last year
yeah.
for an event for Culturama. And
Mhm.
Patrice was charging us 40,000 US dollars.
Oh wow.
That's over 100 grand easy.
Yeah.
That's like maybe 120 grand easy.
No,
So you
no,
see
you
the
you're right.
challenges. Yeah.
You're right to know about right. The international artists charging more, but a part of it too as well is these international artists are on social media heavy. They don't do a lot of promoting for
Some of
and
them.
not only just promoting the
Yeah,
festival,
yeah,
but also promoting the
yeah,
island, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
you take them down Sunshine, they're gonna take picture of Killer Bee and put it and this stuff. certain things will take them to the hot bath and stuff like that. So you also could use that as a tourism opportunity, but we have to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it
And
as an opportunity to use as well.
that is why for the wet fest this year, we have this lady out of Jamaica with a huge social media following, Yanni Covey Diva.
Oh yeah, I
She's
know
going to
her.
be
Okay,
hosting the wet
Kobe.
fest. Yeah, Covey.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the reason why we selected Covey, right, is because of what we know she can do to promote Culturama on our social media pages.
In
Yeah, yeah,
fact,
yeah.
T-Shabbat's got over 500,000 followers. I don't know how many of them are travelers. Um, okay, that's good marketing ploy. I see. Like the 5-in-1 is now on also cities Instagram.
Yeah.
Making the rounds too. So and that's excellent. That's excellent. It's an excellent idea, and unfortunate, yeah. But you guys saving up the money for the 50, so we could expect any of these shows
Not,
coming back
not,
for the
not,
50.
not,
Something going to come back for
if
the
we,
50. Oh, Yannick got 1.7 million followers by
wow, yeah, that's a lot.
on
But we're not really
Instagram.
saving up the money for the 50 because I'm hoping that the
Sponsors.
administration would make
We'll free up the couples, man. Free up the
substantial
money.
amount of money available for the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
as we said that today, I had a meeting with a sponsor, and they are telling me, or they told me that they want to come on board with Culturama next year in a very, very big way. This year for the first time we had a sponsor giving us 100,000 EC dollars cash, raw cash. And I think that some of the other sponsors, they feel kind of intimidated by that, and so they don't want to be outplayed by that sponsor, and so they are telling me already why we want to come on board early next year in a much bigger way.
I like the competition. The competition is nice. Like, let them compete. I like the competition. Let's bring on the girls then for a little bit. Abanati.
Mine goes all day. Sounds like a plan for me.
Oh, everybody, this man of them let me know what to do it to me. Sweet everybody, oh everybody, you sweet and you so juicy. Everybody would make you jump and step like that. It make you climb up big high. It make you jump and step wow.
All right, so that's the girls them for the Culturama show. 5 of them. We're lucky because we almost had 0. That would have been the first time that we would not have had a Miss Culture contest.
Yeah, that would have been the first time.
Okay.
Outside of 2021 when we had the virtual and we did not do a Miss Culture soon.
That ain't no count. You get the excuse for that one. That not count. But
Girls signed up in 2021, but we were looking to do a Culturama, but then we got a second wave of the COVID, and so the task
force
told us that and the
on the
audience.
task force, man. That go. I remember that year there, because you were pleading, you were begging, you wanted something for the people. This is the thing, the man was champion for this thing, I remember Abanati was champion for this culture, and the man was begging, the man was pleading, but yet still, Abanati, you're the face what they know. So every issue that they know going on with Culturama, they put it on you. The lights not going up yet, it's Abanati fault. You know what I mean? But Abanati, I know the lights ain't going up.
Actually, I saw that comment on Facebook about decorations. But to be quite honest with you, we have not been the ones really to put up the decorations.
It's never like, right?
It's another entity.
Oh, really?
It's a separate entity that does put up the lights and the flags, and they have not come forward this year.
So what happened?
Had we known this?
Yeah.
Had we known this in January, we would have had up the lights and the flags. Already today, I had a discussion with a supplier, and I told the supplier, look, next year, early, are going to be honoring 4 miles of pennant flags. One thing is the pretty flags because we got to pretty up the town next year.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. This year again, a lot of blows, man. So Abanati, there's a question why there is no Mr. Cool show this year, but I think you could have you answered that earlier, but let her know
Yeah,
what's going on.
we could not get participants. We had 2, and we did not want to do a show with just 2 participants in the Miss
That's
Culture
impossible.
in Mr. Cool.
Oi!
We decided, let's put that on the back burner. We know that many persons are saying, look,
Yeah.
we want to enter the 50th anniversary Mr. Cool, Miss Culture Queen pageant, and also the swimwear. So you got people that lining up to enter these shows next year.
Yeah.
Lining up to enter these shows.
Okay, so you're not worried. You
And
might have to have an
I see
elimination
that
process.
next year. Right, that's what I'm coming to. We will have to have an elimination process because people lining up to enter these shows next year.
Okay. Would we? So I know we have a Miss Culture swimsuit contest, but can we see? Because I used to enjoy going to Old Manor by the pool and watching the Culturama. I know Reese not really into them things, but I like to see the ladies. So, can we see some that work itself back into the contest? Maybe.
What's that?
Culture like that outside culture swimsuit show for the actual Culturama pageant.
Culture.
Yeah, Miss Culture,
Well,
not the Miss Culture swimsuit, just Miss Culture swimsuit.
Yeah, that
segment.
used to be a feature of the Miss Culture Queen pageant.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was taken out, I think, in 2018, and then 2019 we did not have it. Last year and this year we did not have it, but we will be working feverishly to make sure that we put it back in. One of the things, or one of the reasons we have taken it out is that the contestants come on board late, and so to get their bodies properly toned and in shape, to really do a good exhibition of their body in a swimwear, the time, does be kind of sharp. But like I said, we are targeting to have these contestants signed up, contracts signed as early as January, where we could launch them, and then they have from January right down until August to tone up their bodies and get themselves in shape, so that when they parade across the stage, Reese is in the front seat watching on. They would be like eye turners for Reese, because Reese is going to be following them from one end of the stage to the next. Right?
Reese does not want to watch it. That Reese wants
No,
to jump up.
I find that you're very protective of Reese. You're very, very
We watch them on social. No, we watch them on social media.
Reese does not want to be a part of that. So Abanati, we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna get into a little more controversial topic. What make I cheat? Pupa Wheeler. I want to know make I do Pupa Wheeler, so.
You spring that the me like I don't know what, boy.
I didn't want to see it coming. You might have ducked it.
I could have never expected that it coming in.
You're cool, I'm out of you know.
You got me going, man. No, okay. So Pupa Wheeler, the issue with Pupa Wheeler, and the Culturama committee did not have an issue with Pupa Wheeler. We selected 5 judges. We gave them a criteria, and we asked them to judge the show. At the end of the night, when the results came back, Pupa Wheeler was not a part of the 12 going forward to the semi-final. The Culturama committee had absolutely no hand in that, because we use an electronic scoring system. Long ago, we used to use paper. The one you write. And probably somebody could go somewhere and rub out something. We use tablets. And so once the score is entered into the tablet, it goes to a master computer. Culturama
Okay,
committee
okay.
has absolutely no interference with the points that contestants receive. But
Abanati,
everybody else
yeah.
said the Culturama committee, the Culturama committee. And
I,
so I've
I'm,
grown accustomed to it. I've grown accustomed to it.
Abo.
one of the things
I'm sure
people
everybody,
want to know, right?
I was the MC for that show. And so everybody saw that
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
on stage. No way
Abo,
out.
if I want thing
No
with
way
you,
out.
right? You can pull yourself out of it early and fast. Because I see when you watch the results, and then I hear you say, I just want everybody to know that we are up to the time now. And these are digital. We're no longer in the analog thing. And the same speech where you just get tonight. Now I realize what you said so the night when you watch the results.
Yo,
It's like, oh, okay, you know what? Let me pull myself out of the one you earlier class. Yeah, so we're using a new technology now. You come straight to the phone.
You're killing me, boy.
hey,
But I'm gonna tell you the
I,
greatest.
but everyone listen, you got problems.
The
But
mango fest.
I know. One of the questions we want to know. I don't know if you could release it, if you could repeat it, but they want to know who were the judges of the Calypso show.
Oh, that should be
It
public
was
knowledge.
public knowledge. We had Derek Leibel. We had
Okay.
Troy Biffmill out of St. Kitts. We had Orville
Okay.
Manners out of Nevis. We had um, Clement Monarch of Garrow out of St. Kitts. And there was a fifth judge, Shavane Maynard out of Nevis. So there were
Okay.
5 judges.
Okay. Abanati, here's my suggestion to the Culturama committee. If the Culturama
Yeah.
committee want to say they're clean and fair in this, we need to publish the judges' results for each contestant. We should be able to see it, what the judge score sheet look like. That shouldn't be nothing we hiding till this day. That ain't no
Um,
secret, nothing. That ain't no.
So you would want to know what
Yeah. Yes.
Poopa Wheeler
Yes.
got from Denry,
Correct.
or what
Correct.
somebody at the other got from
Yeah.
Chavanez.
Yeah. Shut it because
And then
that's
I wait.
yeah.
And then when Reese ain't make it to the finals, Reese got on tongue and meet Denrick and Busen.
Yeah, no problem.
And then Denrick said, "Bye, he ain't coming back to judge again." And then we end up in a situation where we cannot get judges to adjudicate the competitions.
No, exactly. That's what I was just meaning. I said you can't be published without the name. Judge number 1, judge number 2, judge number 3, judge number 4. Yeah, because even if you look at like Queen Shaw,
number 1, judge number 2 either, because the head judge usually sits at him, and then judge number 2 sits next to him.
Minor matters. Shuffle them up. Shuffle them up. Judge blue, judge green, judge orange, whatever you want to do. Just somewhere that you could differentiate. Judge. Yeah. I hope I dropping the highest and the lowest scores too when you're judging.
That because we only used 5 judges at the eliminations, we did not drop the highest and the lowest. We did the cumulative.
See? Lord Abanati. I cheat Poopa Wheeler, man. Lord, man. And that's let me stop. No,
on Sunday, for the semi-finals, we're going to be using 7 judges. And so we're going to be using the high-low system.
Okay, got you. So you think we could have the judges' scores published for this year, or we got to wait till next year? Because I feel like also judges will feel more like they would want to judge more fairly once they know their scores can be published. You see what I'm saying? Even if they had the chance of saying, "But me, I'm trying a little biasness in that one year," they're gonna think, "By people, right now, you know." So let me just judge fair.
Ira.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Judging is subjective.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I think it's good. Re-specify that is garbage. What we think was mediocre, you may rate it as very well, very good. This is subjective.
Criteria are there for a reason. That's all I can say.
Criteria for a reason.
No, even the criteria, you still could find a way to think. Because
And
if a part of the criteria is arrangement, you may like an arrangement that I don't like.
exactly, exactly,
But
You
a
exactly.
know?
criteria is not described, and you got judges. They're
Yeah,
supposed
it's
to be
it's,
skilled.
it's,
So
it's it's broken down. It's broken down. How like lyrics? How does the lyrics um complement the topic? Is it tied? You know, to the topic.
hmm hmm
Is the melody catchy? That kind of thing. It's there.
yeah.
Each section is broken down. It is
See,
broken
then can
down.
see, maybe it's the way how the criteria is listed. Eh? 'Cause when you say something like is the melody catchy, that leaves a lot of like you said, um personal opinion for catchiness. Like what would constitute the melody being catchy? What would they use as the marker for it being catchy? But I guess that maybe there's no way around that.
And
Maybe there's no way
you
around that.
say you say it's something personal, and that is why we say that judging is subjective.
Yeah.
Because again,
Yeah.
what will be good for you, may be bad for me.
Well,
It's
That is
they
something
true.
want to know.
personal,
They want to know if the judges'
personal
opinion
preference,
can be okay. Go
personal
ahead,
choice.
release. But just release them. Just release the scores, and we can be happy.
But the judges this Sunday gonna be the same, or are we changing the judges?
No, no, no. We are only keeping one from the eliminations, and we're
hmm
bringing in
Uh,
6 judges.
six new judges. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
okay.
The head judge get to say.
Good, good.
Not necessarily. We do a random
Can
selection from
Okay.
the five.
Okay.
can we release the criteria prior to the show? Because I want to watch the show with my pen and paper and start to do my own scoring too.
Well, the criteria is the
Because
same: 30,
one
40
day maybe
lyrics,
come I
30
maybe come
music,
and show
30
you.
performance.
Party. Oh,
Okay.
40,
okay.
30, 30.
No worry, man. But Abernathy, don't worry. I know you're doing great things for Culturama. I still proud of you because you say you're bringing the band clash, you're bringing the international show. You know, all of those were your brainchild, and that show you had a little innovation going on in the Culturama thing. You really wanted to make it a festival, eh? But you
The
get the fight
swimwear, the
down.
individual swimwear came in. That's one of the things that I introduced to the individual swimwear. The
You try to
wetsuit
walk
came in
around
under
it.
me as well.
Okay. I mean, you've been to do things. You've been to do
Well,
things. You've been to do things. So let me talk. Let me
You see,
talk.
the thing is, Ira,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
people criticize me and say, "By they look at me beard and they say, "By he old."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I may be old, but I still got a young boy brain.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
like that.
think
I
like
like
young
that.
people. I think like young
I like
people.
that.
And for me, right now, when it comes to culture, I think party, party, party. I like to party.
Mm-hmm.
I like to party. And it
That,
doesn't make any sense for you to put somebody in a disposition who don't
Mm-hmm.
party.
Yeah.
thank you, Abo. Tell them.
So Swain does party?
Yeah, man, that's a party animal.
Okay. 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 So big up Swain taking over for Abo. Abo's last. Abo announced that his last year, if you're just joining, will be next year for the 50th. As the Culturama chairman, and he also announced who his successor will be. So,
Yeah.
big up yourself, Abo.
Well, you have any more about pageantry? Because we have a lot of questions coming in the comments about music, and we want to
No,
get to the
no,
music part of it, but I don't want to
no.
jump
Okay,
yet
okay, okay.
because the music
Okay, wait,
part
wait,
of it
wait.
is a serious thing.
Okay, no, the reason why you're talking pageantry is because of what Abernathy sent me. Is the pictures that Abernathy sent me? I beg almost a little commercial, and he said, "Bah, you think?" So let me just bring on the other girls them for the swimsuit show. Let them get a little do, and also there's a little controversy surrounding the talented team as well, but we can get into the music
Mine
part.
goes all day. Sounds like a plan for me.
That one there. We don't watch that one. That one there.
Ladies are not asking for much, you know. All I need is one wine. Show me the kinky wine, my girl. Show me the kinky wine, girl. Show me the kinky wine, my girl. Show me the kinky wine, girl. Show me the kinky wine, hey girl. Show me the kinky wine, girl. Show me the kinky wine, my girl. Hey, yo, check this now, ladies. One time, let me see the girl really make this wine.
right, so we're back again. So Abanati Charleston Premier not enter the talented teen show. They say I cheat them. Oh, I could cheat Charleston Premier.
But I read that's the talk. That's the talk. That's all about that they were treated last year. I don't know. I wasn't a judge. And one thing I'm gonna tell you, right? For Calypso, I stick around. Well, for the other shows, once they get started, I make sure that I'm there and they get started. And then I go on the yard, take a little lay down. And when they're just about ready to
Yeah.
I come back.
I like that.
I will not.
I like that.
I will not let
Never
nothing
know.
stick pan here, no. About
I
you
never
remember
go there.
you're the greasy pole. You are the greasy pole because you're not letting nothing stick pan you at all.
I like
Straight
that.
off. Okay, that's all we can say about that. We could get into the topics. And that was a shout out to tomorrow night.
So you done with that?
I finish.
Abo.
Wait.
You tell me you're done. You say wait.
Lord man, Reese. Lord man. I forget.
DJ upon me.
Oh no. Sorry.
Wait up.
Abo, we need to shout out the what the man the patron of Culturama. At least let us shout out the patron of Culturama before we get into that, Reese. We could do that?
Definitely.
Okay, go ahead, Abanati. So Abanati, what goes into picking the patron and how you come about?
We have a list from year to year. We have a list that we look at persons who have made significant contributions to Culturama. If you look at the persons, we have honored Daryl Dorr in 1998, David Freeman in 1999. I think 2000 was, I can't recall who. This year, Flamingo, 1975 was the second king in Culturama. Bahola was the patron some time ago. Bahola was a farmer king, was also a farmer chairman of Culturama. Made and was also a part of NIDAX when Culturama started, and so we honored Bahola. There's a lady from camps. I'm not forgetting her name. Shine Daniel. When you think of Giant the Spear, Shine was a man who was there all the years, through thick and thin. He was carrying the mantle for the Giant the Spear. So no, these are the people that we look at. NIDAX, which we honored the NIDAX group a few years ago. We honored Soul Survivors because you remember Pope was there with Soul Survivors carrying the music, wherever Dexter, wherever Soul Survivors. So we honor them. So these are the people that we look for, people who have made a significant contribution to the festival over the year. John Jarvis, John Jarvis is a string band man over there in Basgott. His sister, Miss Tugri, with the Japanese girls. So these are the people that we have looked at and found worthy of being named the patron of Culturama. We already have a patron for Culturama 50, but we can't release that yet. And
you don't release it. You don't release it, Panisha, the last time. I don't care if you don't want to talk about it now. I just want to know if I can give science a chance. That one I want to know. I want to know if I can give science a chance as the patron, man. You want to say, I want to say science, no, so you want to say science no contribute to Culturama? The place not clean. The stage don't run.
He has contributed. But when we look at the early days, Daryl Dorr, David Freeman, Miss Drewbury, John Jarvis, them guys used to play the heart out for free, free.
Yeah.
If they get paid next to nothing, that science gets paid handsomely every year to do his job.
Yeah, okay. You too. So you want to say you should never get the patron of Culturama either?
No,
You get paid.
I would never accept it. No,
Oh, okay.
it's a job. For me, it's a job.
I'm not gonna argue. I hear it from you. I'm disappointed that I would never see Abernathy as the patron of Culturama because
No,
he feel like because he working he can get recognized for doing an
that's
excellent
my
job.
job. But people who have given selflessly of themselves, those are the people that we look at to honor them.
You like saying shit. Okay, Reese, take it away. Take it away.
Like that's right. But Amo, you spoke about sponsorship, and one of the questions that came up, also a band member, I don't remember who it is, but the question was: Is there any help that the Culturama committee could give to the bands to secure sponsorship as well, for like stuff like Juve and Parade,
Stuff like what?
like Juve and Parade and stuff like that, to assist
Okay,
them with
so
the financial costs?
okay, so every year the Culturama committee, well, not the Culturama committee, but the secretariat, and this year the Ministry of Finance has given me that authority. Formerly, the permanent secretaries would sign off on the duty-free waivers. This year, the permanent secretary of finance have said to me, you know the bands, you know what their needs are, and so once you sign off on it, we are going to take it and run with it, and we are going to award them the duty-free. So I've been signing a lot of duty-free for bands this year. They're bringing in keyboards, they're bringing in speakers, they're bringing in whatever musical instrument. In terms of Juve, we pay. You see those trailers on the road? We rent those trailers from SCASPA, the St. Kitts Port Authority. We pay T Hustler or the Seabridge or TDC boat, well, now it's Kevin boat, to bring over those trailers. We pay to bring over the tractors. We rent the tractors from the SSMC, the sugar factory, those old tractors that the sugar factory used to take. We pay the drivers to come from St. Kitts to drive those things. So you see the amount of money we put into when the tractors and the generators, we pay for all those generators. We put diesel in them. We put diesel in the tractors. So you see how much we put into the bands for Juve. Now, St. Kitts never used to do that, you know?
No.
St. Kitts never used to do that. The bands and St. Kitts had to foot all of these expenses. And last carnival, I remember, I think the chairman writing to me and asking me, because they had a meeting and the band said, well, look, Davis does this, ask Abernathy. And they wrote to me and I said, yes, we provide all of these for the bands. And so St. Kitts followed suit last year. They paid for the generators, paid for the whatever.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake that you made.
What?
You should have never replied. You should have given them. You should have used that as an opportunity for leverage to say, "Hey, I could give you my secret. Few of my girls and let her go international."
Oh, I'm going through the comments. I just want the audience to know. Going through the comments, and I'm gonna pick up your comments. Some questions that we didn't get to ask, just so that Abernathy don't escape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Abernathy said he ready to answer all. Right, hey, Abernathy, I want to know how you come on and you know bring a ticket to Abigail by.
No, man, Ira, give me a break, man. Man, just pull up a question and let me go. I'm serious. No, you and Reese continue. Let me look up the questions, them, and I'm gonna figure. I gotta go through the crew and pick them up.
Another question for you. Question for you. Do you still have a musical studio? And are you still contributing to music locally from it?
Why no? I kind of take a sabbatical from the studio last March, and so this is the second Culturama that I'm not doing any recording.
Really?
But hopefully, yeah. I didn't do anything for Culturama last year. Didn't do anything for Sugar Mass last year. Not doing anything for Culturama this year. not doing anything for Sugar Mass this year. And so I'm leaving that for when I retire to reopen the studio, reconfigure it, and come back.
Okay. Alright, so good.
Reese is 20 plus years non-stop. I was at this thing. You know. I needed a break.
Yeah. I remember
After when you started recycling ideas, musical ideas, and so I wanted to take a break, refresh.
Yeah, the year when Smartox recorded Dance with Masquerade, I was also in the studio.
That was in my studio. You were outside.
Yeah, I was outside the studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had done Masquerade. Yeah.
What the children?
All right.
Somebody asked what the children. I think we put that up, but we could put it up again.
Oh, I think.
Okay.
I think the children were. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was gonna ask a question for Abanati. So somebody wanted to know why we don't use former Calypsonians as judges. That was one question.
No, the Calypsonians themselves would not allow it to happen. If a Calypsonian who is presently in the competition had beef with a Calypsonian that is now out the competition and we bring him to judge, they're going to object. And the Calypsonians have a right to object. They have a right to object.
You find that there's a lot of beef in Calypso?
What do you mean?
Fish change, right?
Why?
Well, like, but I what kind of question that there?
After the, I don't know if it reached to you, but after the elimination, there was some voice notes going around.
No.
I mean, unfortunately, we have a Calypso chat. Unfortunately, some Calypsonians voice some opinions in the Calypso chat, and persons took them out and sent them around.
Yeah.
I mean, and they were not nice comments at all.
Wow.
They were not nice comments.
Okay, so the beef is real. No vegans, no vegetarians.
Beef is real.
Beef is real. Another question was, are you bringing back the fashion shows?
That's a good question, because we know that in the past we used to go Old Manor, wherever, and have fashion shows. We have not had that in a long time, and so for Culturama 50, I think that we need to relive some of those things that we used to do in the early years. Yeah. So that's a very good. That's a very somebody here saying that they hold Hollywood hold the voice note they're talking about.
I want to hear them.
So that's a very good. That's a very good suggestion for Culturama 50.
Please
bring back the fashion show.
That's a good idea, and you could do like a modern touch. You know how
somebody's
you
asking about the gospel in the Culturama, and I don't ever address that here. But we used to have the gospel started. The gospel that started either 97 or 98, and we had a gentleman. I'm not gonna call his name. We had a gentleman from your church, Reese. I'm sure that's the church you used to go to. Oh no, your father's church. Yeah, not your church. And a gentleman that used to organize. He used to go to a particular church, and he used to organize the
That's a backbench.
Oh, you know the story. You know the story. Good.
Me cousin.
Reese, Abanati no one calling him. You calling him now, Reese? Real talk, Kana.
I think if I'm correct, I think it's Mr. Though he's talking about.
Abanati, you don't have to confirm.
I think it's, yeah,
you don't go confirm. You don't go confirm. Don't let Reese tangle you up.
I think and Reese 2019 I reached out to Darren Sum and asked him to organize a gospel concert. Everything going smooth. One night I gone by the Rams food court up there in, what they call it, just across from the back cemetery. And a young lady walked up to me, right? And she put some water in my tailpipe. Abernathy, take your gospel consort, take out the gospel consort off of your Culturama calendar, and maybe they're gonna spend the money, you know. But not me. But Culturama is gonna spend the money, you know, to help them put on the gospel consort. You know. Take out the gospel consort off of you. You got the people, the Christian people, them saying I come because Culturama, you have to have a Culturama calendar.
Very Christian like.
Just wipe my hands from that. Yeah? I just wipe my hands from that. Wipe my hands from that.
We ain't taking them chat
wipe there. My hands from that.
We ain't taking them chat there at all. The next question was, what's the social media plan? We saw how influencers were able to put Sugar Mass on the map. I think you mentioned that. So, but you know, what's the plan for this upcoming culture and next year? You did mention something about that, so you could just revisit.
We have invited, like I said, COVID, even who was you mentioned 1.7 billion people, and she has promised. I think she started already. As a matter of fact, if you go to our Twitter page, to promote the festival, and so we are hoping to get some mileage from that. Now, let me tell you something. And not only influencers, we brought Stanman and Soso last year for Culturama. They were on the wet fit, right? And I went up to Miami in March of this year, and I was in a club. And who were playing in the club? Stanman and Sosa. And when them fellas recognized me, them fellas called me up on the stage and big me up and talk about Culturama and tell people that they went to Culturama and asking people to go and look up Culturama and attend this festival in Nevis. When I came back home, I told my committee, you see, you all look at the money that you all spend, but you all don't look at the kickbacks. You all don't look how far the money that you spend could reach. Because by Stanman and Soso coming here, they were able to go in that club with tons of people and talk about Culturama. So never look at the money you spend to bring Stanman and Soso or Kobe Diva, these kind of people with social media and other followings. That's promotion that you can't pay for if you want to pay for it.
But I think the next
big
question.
Big up my friend Alicia, man. Alicia, big up yourself.
The next question here, right? Lot of girl. It says, Phoebe said to ask why whenever he introduced Polo, he always said the person who took him to court. Why he don't tell the public why Polo took him to court? Mind what they ask.
Well, Polo is my personal friend. It's a joke that him and I have enjoyed since 2019. So it's nothing personal.
Okay.
Polo and I were at Mem's Thursday. He bought me Guinness. I bought him some rounds of beers. That's how we live. We always make a joke out of it.
Okay then. See there? See how it's just a little thing. Bring back the song called for Treasure Hunt too. I used to like that. The Treasure Hunt.
Yeah.
That used to be nice. Yeah, but you would have to give real talk kind of doing that to read out some of the things. Because Van Radio can't be push that all. You gotta do that on social media now.
Well, social media.
Facebook. Yeah, you know how that goes. But bring that back, man. That used to be nice. And
you know, one of the things, when I met with the person doing Poets in the Square this year, when I met with her on Friday, one of the days for Poets in the Square, they're gonna be focusing on coconut husking. People are accustomed to go by the agriculture shop now and buy the coconut done husk already. Some of the young children don't even know that the coconut was in a shell. So we're gonna be teaching, we're gonna be doing some of that. At the Poets in the Square, teaching coconut husking.
Okay.
I like that.
Loretta, it's not Abernathy fault why they show them not be late. Abernathy is a man of on time. Abernathy don't deal with tardiness. I tell you, Abernathy was supposed to be here. I just letting the people know, but Abernathy, man, defend you, man. Man, defend you. Because you got to drink, come here. I mean, I want to drink me.
Yeah, the formula, I got the formula right there now.
Yeah.
So when you come,
yeah.
Actually, I'm going to buy 2 bottles and store them up for you for when you come.
Okay, then. You see that? Okay. Just so you go. That's so you go.
So, we got more questions?
No. You could go ahead. I was gonna get into what. I was gonna get into wet fet and so, but yeah, go ahead.
No.
If you had something you wanted to give me.
No,
I was going to. Fet time. But you say wet fet is the biggest event in Culturama now, and you're talking about that draws revenue. Speaking about revenue, Culturama profitable?
No, it doesn't make a profit.
No profit.
But it generates monies in the economy.
Okay.
Look at all those water taxi boats going back and forth. The regular boats from Charlestown into Bastille. The supermarkets. I remember our first wet fet in 2018, I think it was. Everybody sold off. They had to run it back to Rams, and at that time the depot was at Tennessee to restock for the Saturday night. For the Saturday night. So the people in that core from Sinkits, the Finchers guest house, the JPs, and all those other persons who have guest houses, they benefit. Government itself don't get the money directly, but then
in the economy,
government get the taxes.
The little stimulus.
When people come in, departure taxes, they VAT, they buy stuff, it goes back into the government coffers.
Yeah.
So we have to have Culturama. We have to have Culturama because a lot of persons who do vending during Culturama and they look towards Culturama to pay that extra dollar in that slow time. And remember again, hotels, smaller hotels like Mount Nevis, well, Nevis is no longer there. Those hotels that is the dry season. That is the dull season rather. The dull season in terms of the tourism sector. And so Mount Nevis, this afternoon, a corporate entity from Sinkits told me we want to bring a large contingent of staff from Sinkits for Culturama. Recommend a hotel, and I told them you can look at Mount Nevis, and they say yes, they will make contact with Mount Nevis. Mount Nevis is not to come back on stream, and so hopefully their doors can remain open for Culturama rather than being closed because the tourism sector is where it's at.
Okay. Abernathy, 1 second. Liddy, for sure. And Jetty Taylor, you're late. So I'm going to give you a big up. Not Jetty Taylor, Ian Taylor. This is Ian. But why can't Juve be until 6 p.m. and not cut off at 12 p.m.? Keep the tongue. Jump. You spoke about that earlier, right? But this is what happens sometimes, you know. So I want you to repeat what you had said a little earlier with the carnival.
Yeah, but there's a carnival act that governs Culturama, it seems, and so the carnival act says that Juve ends at 12 p.m. And so Culturama, Juve ends at 12 p.m.
Well, not only that as well, but we have to be realistic. There is no musician that is going to be playing until 6 p.m.
Yeah.
We have to be realistic with that.
We got limited security forces. I mean, them guys got to go home and rest up.
Let's start early.
Back to work.
Let's start early.
To work around the show in the night.
The next event. Yeah.
Is there?
But
go ahead, Reese.
But hold on. The second part is keep the town jumping with different bands, and I feel I feel like that is something that we need to look into. We
Yeah,
have
yeah,
the
yeah.
band, playing at the Treasury apron.
At the
I
treasury,
don't think that 12 o'clock we need to shut off the bands. I think that we should do
I,
something to
I,
keep
I, I
tumble
don't
going.
I don't feel so either, Reese. I don't feel so either. I feel that the band playing at the treasury or the DJ playing at the treasury. If you ain't got nobody fighting, I mean, let the people them continue to enjoy the music.
Because one of the big things too, the event after Drew, I think, is Herbert's speech, whatever it
Yeah,
is. For example, this the Sinkers contingency with Drew wanted to be a big crew. Ain't everybody have a right to make it all the way to Herbert's, but they made it clear they could keep partying in town. And if you got a little set up with a cooler, you're gonna make some money.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you. But
So
what
the
is the
police,
policy?
the police shut that down with the act.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In recent times, what they have done is that they would have some guys who come in the War Memorial Square with a little small system, and they would allow them to continue. With the guy that name from Jessup's, Fish Brother,
Two links.
Pullings.
Yeah,
Pullings will be right there by the old sports museum, and he will continue.
yeah. I
But in
remember
terms
saying.
of what we put
Yeah.
on the treasury, they said no, they cut it.
I remember a time. Yeah, the man did shell down the place. I need some more of that.
Yeah.
Ju- All right. Okay. So then the wet fete now. Any changes for the wet fete this year? Oh, before we go into the
Well,
wet fete, somebody wanted to know how is Road March judged?
there's a criteria. It depends, and we have tailored our criteria differently to how it is done in Sinkits. Sinkits, if a band pass the judges a million times, they get a million points. We don't have that round and round in Davis. And so we have a criteria. We look at the catchiness of the chant. Most songs nowadays have chants. We look at the how much influence it has on the revelers. So if the revelers seem to be having a good time, we have a point system, blah blah blah. The catchiness, and of course they get a mark for passing whatever judging point. I can't recall the entire judging criteria, but it's things like those, different to what happens over at St. Kitts, where the band just has to pass a judging point 10 times. It passed 10 times, that's it. And so
Yeah.
what you find happening over there is that if a band does not have a large crowd, you get around much faster than a New Vibes one, who has a huge crowd. And so that is why New Vibes don't the road match and singers, because the crowd too big and they take a longer time to pass the judges.
So
That makes
can a
sense.
SK band be up for Road March? I think so. Delhi singing a small acts. So Delhi can't get Road March no more?
We kind of leave it open for the Davis bands.
So Delhi can't get Road March now. I got to enter as Delhi.
I don't think it happens over there either, because Poor went over 1 or 2 years. Remember the days of Ultrasonics used to go over?
Yeah.
And they were not judged. I don't think that they were judged for the road.
And that shouldn't be so, because that's a national carnival. That's not a village festival. So I mean, we just can't. There's a difference. Culturama is a village festival, Alicia,
Oh, quick
defined by
question.
the carnival act.
Quick question though. What are the prices for road match?
What are the prizes?
What is the price for road match?
I think the last prize we have for road match is 7,000. 7, 5, and 3, I think.
Okay.
7, 5, and 3.
So I just go enter then. I just go enter my song, and I could make a $3,000.
Yeah, but you gotta get somebody to push your song. You gotta get a band or a DJ on the road.
Don't worry about that. Me got care. Liddy, he actually spoke about that. Why he said he had nothing to do with it. the Culturama committee has nothing to do with what happened with Pupa Wheeler. It is the judges and the judges alone. He
Yeah,
we,
but
we, we
that's
threw
judges.
we throw the idea that possible maybe they start publish the judges scores. I think he ain't got a hard time getting that sold to the committee, but I know he can try. He can try. How about you can try, right?
I ain't making no promises because
How about you got to try,
I know,
man.
I know that the judges would take us to a task if we do that. Because persons have no the judges score sheets, the Calypsonians or the soca monarch artists or whoever, they can come and look at them and the secretaries them. It's just that they can't take them away from the secretariat or copy them. But they can come and write them down and go with them.
Oh, we could do that. So it's available. So what's the difference if you publish them then? Man, put somebody on the
No,
ground
but
and get them and then
people can say by the handwriting. Well, when we used to do it on paper, by the handwriting, like Reese handwriting. So Reese give me that number.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that not like that no more. It's digital now. So
But it's digital now, so they won't.
yeah. So we can't do it anymore.
What?
We could still do it. We could still get I could still go in there and get the points and publish them.
Yeah, because
okay.
you get a printout from the IT department. And it's the IT department who writes the program, and so the data goes back into their system.
Oh, the IT department. I
Doesn't
just got
come
reach
back.
out to my brothers in the IT department then. Okay, cool. Thanks. Respect.
But if you got that kind of influence on them, I guess they might buy.
That's why I just see them printing. I just want to print out. I never can publish the names of the judges. Amanati, so the wet fet again. We touch it and we touch it. So what we should expect for the wet fet? Is it just pure mass? Any international acts? Any regional acts? What?
Yeah, well, for the wet fet this year, I don't know if you have seen the poster. Did I send you the
No.
poster? A while ago?
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't know if you have not seen the poster, but for the wet fet this year, you realize that we have cut back on some of the acts, the local acts, because we don't want to be duplicating what 5-in-1 is doing. Because people have been saying by every year is the same thing. You come 5-in-1 and you come wet fet is the same acts. And so we got grandmasters of the syndicates. We got Akai of the syndicates. We have 4 out of Davis. Then we're going overseas, we got Pumpa and his band. We got DJ Slim, that's a top DJ out of Dominica, because we got a lot of Dominicans living here, right? A lot of Dominicans. They came with the call center closed down and they remain, so a lot of them are here. And then we got DJ Avalanche, that popular DJ out of St. Thomas, he's going to be here. We got SG Presidential, local DJ. We got Sweet Sister Sensei. We got Kobe Diva. Kobe Diva is also an artist. We got one of the DJs that has been making a lot of waves in the DJ Sponge. He's going to be there at the West End again. So you realize that we are offering now a kind of varied type of entertainment. We're looking at, we are now introducing international DJs to the Wet Fest. Last year we had Standman and So. They were here for Wet Fest. Yeah, they were here for Wet Fest. Standman and So. And so we have gone back regional again with Avalanche and DJ Slim out of Dominica. And then Pumpa is a hype man. Pumpa is a hype man. He's a local guy living in St. Thomas. He's a real hype guy. And, we are looking again to have another smasher for the Wet Fest this year.
Okay, that sounds good. Somebody say make sure I turn off St. James water after. I tell on Carly water department. How can I be a part of the Wet Fest?
Let me set the record straight here, Ira.
Okay, go ahead.
The
Come
water
straight. Yeah.
that we use at the Wet Fest does not come from the government supply. The water, there's a guy, Mick, one of Passy son, they have their own storage facility. So we buy water from them. Buy water from me. We buy water from Lenroy Taylor. They have a catchment, and them fellows store up water for construction sites and all that. When rainfall or whatever we have, so they have it there. So we do not take water from government supply for the wet fed or for the 5-in-1. So people like to say, oh, they're having 5-in-1, they're having wet fed, and people are watering the home. We do not touch the government supply. We do not touch the government supply. As a matter of fact, when the water was in short supply earlier this year, I was even contemplating why let's just turn this thing into an international artist show and forget about the water. But then we'll start to fall again. So
Okay. Abanati, a question just came in. Question: seeing that it has a new brand in Nevis that's rising and culture, a new band in Nevis that's rising, and Culturama having a wet fest, why aren't we seeing these guys on? And I'm sure others who heard are hearing them is wondering the same. Me as a fan myself, and not just the new band, but also other band. I think he kind of talked about why, but saying that he didn't want to duplicate 5-in-1.
yeah, the way it
5-in-1
was
being
on 5-in-1.
yeah.
So we didn't want to bring back the way
Yeah.
and the wet fed.
Yeah. And 5-in-1, though it's not hosted by the Culturama committee, it is a part of the Culturama events, the pre-events official calendar. A question also that came in was it had to do with the transition of power. They wanted to know if it's been seamless between your understudy and yourself.
Yeah, for now it has been going really well. He is embracing the ideas, the suggestions that I'm imparting to him, and so I see that the transition is going to be a smooth one. It will be a smooth one. And so when I leave, I know that Culturama will be in good hands.
That's good.
Okay. And as well as we know during the Mango Fest, they had the Mango Fest, which I guess is an official Culturama pre-event as well. It made the calendar for pre-activities.
Yeah, it made the calendar for pre-activity.
Yeah, they had a little mishap with it, and you might have came out and said, that was not put on by Culturama, that was put on by tourism department.
Because the afternoon I was there, people were lambasting me.
So you had to clear me.
I actually had to leave the event before I really wanted to leave the event. Because people were blaming me. So I had to clear that Culturama had nothing to do with the organization of the Mango Festival.
So with that said, the question that actually came in was, is there any pros and cons of splitting tourism and culture? I know that we saw, I think it's, who it is from the tourism department. What's his position? Jones? Who is the marketing? Fian Jones is the marketing director, of Culturama. So do you have pros?
The marketing of Culturama. The whole plan there was once he go out to market Davis, along with the Davis Tourism Authority people, that he would also market Culturama. That was the plan of bringing him out there.
Okay, got you. And that is the pro. That is the pro of it. And they wanted to know if there's any cons to the splitting of tourism and culture. Because for me, this is the first time I've recognized tourism and culture working so closely. It might have been so in the past, but it's now that I've really recognized it for the first time.
At one time, tourism and culture was the ministry. It has been like that on and off over the years.
Okay.
This time around, culture has found its way with agriculture and land and housing. But irrespective of the fact that they are not under the same ministry, we still work hand in hand. The tourism officials and the Culturama committee, they work hand in hand to market the festival, and whatever assistance they require from us, we give, and what assistance we require of them, they give us also.
Okay, got you. Okay, all right. So Ricky Brandy, Duku, big up yourself. Duku, when you're gonna come on the show and give us a conversation, man. Anyway, back in the day for Juve in SK with Ultra, the judges then said Ultra came in second place to Smarlax, winning with Creep Up by 3 points. So that means Ultra got judged, he said.
They got judged.
Yeah. Abanati, last week, I think it was last week, we had the Odyssey band on here. We're wrapping up soon, but the Odyssey band, before we left, they said one last thing and we didn't get to go into the conversation. And I said, I want to bring it up this week. There's been the talk about bringing Juve back into town. Some people are concerned that the Long Jam is great, but the Long Jam is now pulling the sea out of the town. And then you have this tsunami of people coming in late into the town, kind of killing the vibe. What's your thoughts on that, Abanati? Making the Long Jam shorter so that people could come in the town. You have any thoughts around that? That was my suggestion. Just
as an original member of the Long Jam, because I was a part of the Casanova when we planned the Long Jam, the first Long Jam. 1989, I can defend that. I can defend the biggest street party in probably the whole Caribbean is the Long Jam. Nowhere else you can find a street party like that. I agree with what the people them say. People come, they go up to Beach Road. Actually, when Long Jam started, it started in Market Shop, right in the dead center. I used to run that shop there, and it started right in front of my shop when I used to run the shop. And now shop to Beach Road. Right?
Morning Star, maybe.
It has its place because people use the Long Jam to get their yearly exercise. Some people don't get no exercise at all. Except for when they go on the Long Jam. All year. And so, I'm going to always defend the Long Jam. Even with the people, the crowd in Gingerland, the amount of persons coming out from St. Kitts, they don't really come to Jam, they come to Lime. Charleston does be like a sea of people. A sea of people. What we need to do is to press upon the Casanova, the core band, to start the Long Jam early. And so by 10 o'clock is they're in town. But you know how these bands always have technical and mechanical failures and problems and all kind of thing. The fellas them, they know they're going Long Jam, they're going to drink up and party all night, and then when the band leader trying to get them 2-3 o'clock in the morning, they're somewhere knockout. I mean, they got to put the priorities right. They have to put the priorities right. Go and get your rest, and so 4 o'clock you hit the setup, you make sure everything working, and so by 4 o'clock you're down the road, 5 o'clock you're down the road. When we did Long Jam first time, we left from in front of the shop that Market Shop at 5 o'clock on the dot, and by 10 o'clock in the morning we went down. 10 o'clock in the morning we went down. But these young fellas, they want to start the Long Jam at 6 and 7, and then they can't reach it down. They got to set their priorities right.
I bet you're just a hard one, yeah, boy.
Well,
they can't reach the tongue.
But one of the problems too with when you have the Long Jam set up the way it is the fact that part of German is a clash culture. And right now in News Radio, we're having 2 jam bands, right? It's only Odyssey and Core. Well, if New Wave is on the road, we want to see 2 news bands clash up, and it's hard to get Odyssey and Core to clash on Odyssey when Core ain't gonna make it in town till about 11 o'clock. and RDC might be done by TDC coming up the way. We might not catch it. You know, so I think that's one of the things we want to.
That is true. The clash is really the real deal for Juve Money. That's the real deal.
Yeah. That's what we want to see.
Who make who park up bragging rights? Why we make them park up in Juve Money bragging rights?
You know, who drive off with no crowd? Who take who crowd? You know, all these things we want to see. You know.
Also, you know, the other thing is that, you know, some of the economical benefits that you may have mentioned earlier would have been stifled by the long jump being, you know, not reaching to town on time. So it might be important that the Culturama committee maybe step in and tell them, look, you guys really need to start early, otherwise your road march points get deducted or something, because the vendors and so are suffering. Okay.
We have done that. But you know that they have vendors on the long jam, right?
They do. Yeah, I know that.
Because when I was a part of Casanova in 1989 and I did the long jam, you know when I came out of Casanova the following year, 1990, and you know what I did? You know why I came out of Casanova?
No.
I saw the potential as a street vendor, and so I load up my father pickup.
Well, that is a boy, you know.
Beers out of my father's shop.
But you know, a money may deal with.
I
I
ain't telling them like why I make some
Big
money that year.
I like that.
Big up on that, Abernathy. You're an innovator, man. You got vision.
I was the first man to be a vendor in the long jam. I was the first man to be a vendor in the long jam. Me and my mother and my father pick up. She was the cashier and I was the barman in the back of the pickup.
Yeah, man.
Abernathy, I like that, man.
There's a lot of force. There's a lot of force I have in Culturama. There's a lot of force. A vending thing on the long jam is mistake.
So Culturama 49 is happening. I was a little concerned because I thought it was going to be cancelled. You mentioned that you know it started off a little bit rocky. You couldn't find contestants. Unfortunately, the Mr. Cool show we're not having that this year. You know, for those who enjoy that show, we almost didn't have the Miss Cultural show even. But he said for a very long time they only had one contestant. Then he shot up to like 6. Then he come back down to 2. Now we have a good slate with five wonderful girls. We still have the swimsuit, Miss Swimsuit Culture. That was never an issue, and you know, Calypso show is now on Friday night after complaints when they moved it to Thursday night, and now the Soca Monarch show, which I don't agree with, is on Thursday night. I think that should have still been on Friday night and let people just get used to it. But I understand the need to please those that are in charge. Moving forward, you also have the Wet Fete on the Saturday night. We haven't spoken about the food festival, you're calling it this year. It's not a food fair anymore, right?
Art, craft, and food fair. Yeah.
Okay, art, craft, and food fair. So that one is going to probably be in a much larger setting down at the newly...
We are moving back to the Malcolm Bishard Recreational Park. Can you remember for a few years we were down there? And then after they constructed the park, we moved back to the ETW Park. But we are back this year at the Malcolm Bishard Park. Back down on the beach.
Perfect.
We are, you know, some of the largest food fields we have made down at the Malcolm Bishard Park. Well, the Pinnis Park, what it used to be.
So about that one, you would take blame for if something goes wrong.
Which one?
The food fair. Because you're not taking none of the mango festival. Like, it's a joke. It's a joke. I'm not making reference.
The only thing go wrong with the food fair, is if a little rain fall. Because we know it's swamping up.
Rain can't stop nothing. We just make sure we got the cracks, you know, and we cracking. That's all. We cracking. If you got your cracks, if you don't got your cracks, wear rain boots. We can't let rain stop the festival. Sun or rain, you know?
Can't stop the party.
Sun or rain.
Sun or rain. Ultrasonic sun or rain.
Yeah, sun or rain. So then after for the strong able bodies who would have beat it out in the sun, drinking the hamon and the jelly water, whatever their drink of choice is during the food fair, they're gonna have to go over to the wet fete that night and really bring in the fest. And then Queen Show is a little more mellow vibes on the Sunday night. We have the Queen Show going into the Juve morning. Is there anything that Sunday morning?
No,
We don't have a
but
we don't have a
they have the
festival.
international. They have
No.
what?
A
But they have the international
deaf
drag race that's going to happen 12 o'clock at the St. James's Raceway. Yeah,
Sunday.
St. James from 12 o'clock
Okay.
on the same Sunday.
Okay. Got you. Like the defeats them have become very popular in the scene where I think you have what are they called? They had a few just the other day.
You got Tropics, you got
Tropics and so yeah.
Those you got breakfast fete.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, somebody tried, entities tried a breakfast fete, but why I don't think breakfast fete and them things, well, the venue, those things are more suited for like on a beach or on a pasture, but they had it at the cultural village and it's flat.
Well, that was their fault. Yeah, they picked the wrong spot. They picked the wrong spot. Abanati, we're running out of time, and you were here for a good while. I don't know if they got any other things or any other questions. I could keep you here longer, but I know you weren't feeling tip top, and this is your busy season too. You need your rest. You need your rest because you there's a lot on your shoulders right now, and I want you to be able to deal with it.
Chair for the food fair.
That's the question.
Wow.
Who's the chair for the food fair? I don't know. What's
Yeah,
that?
this is the chair for the food fair is Swain David.
Swain.
And over the years he has been the chair and has been doing a fantastic job.
Okay.
Quick question: what's the entertainment for the food fair? Who gonna be listening to them?
I can't confirm that. I can't confirm that right now. Really?
That would be a Swain question.
Yeah.
Swain are in the chat. Swain should have been in the chat right now. But yeah. So we should still have a good time in Culturama this year. I'm gonna say to you, thank you for all your contributions over the years. I know you catch a lot of gripe, a lot of people just put a lot of blame on you because they don't know. So this is why you're invited here anytime. You could clear the air. Anybody who have any questions, I'm pretty sure that Abanati would have addressed it earlier because we did talk about a lot of things. We went through on how the Carnival Act affects Nevis Culturama and how the Carnival Act defines Nevis Culturama as a village carnival, which equates to like what we know as Windfest or Green Valley over in St. Kitts. We spoke about even how that has suppressed our young ladies who win Miss Culture from going to the regional competition. Abanati also talked about the shows that he brought on stream during his tenure over 25 years, you say, Abanati? 25 years?
This is my 25th year.
This is 25th year, so this is his silver anniversary. So I want to say big up to you on your silver anniversary, Abanati, as well. He spoke about, he was the one that brought in the international show. He spoke about why the international show is no longer there. He spoke about the band clash was his idea. He also spoke about the band clash is right there. Tanya, I don't ask some that to wait, no free ticket. Is that all right? Abanati said
Do not ask the question, Ira. You said reason I should continue the discussion. Well, you do the research and you come and give me the ticket.
Thank you.
I didn't realize.
Yo, you might mute.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I was talking about something else, but we could do that if you want to authorize that. We could do that. I could ask a question. I could send it to you and tell me if you think it's a good question. I could send it to you on WhatsApp.
Send it because I'm just gonna tell you. Don't put me on a spot, send him asking a question and I don't know the answer. So send it to me on WhatsApp.
Well,
No,
yeah,
no,
you
no.
want to go get...
I,
Huh?
oh, so what we giving away? What we giving away the thing for? What show we giving away tickets for?
You tell me.
Man, let me guys.
Okay, you
We
go
got
ahead.
two
You go
tickets,
ahead,
man.
Reese.
You give away one, I give away one. I want.
You just a volunteer.
No.
No more tickets.
I want to give away a ticket for Wetfed. Can we give away a ticket for Wetfed?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, then give me the question, Reese. If you have a question, let me give the question, and I put the question to Abernathy then for the ticket for Wetfed. Yeah.
I'll text it to you right now, and I want to know the answer to us. So even if you know the answer, I know the answer.
Okay.
And Abernathy, we appreciate that. Honestly, from deep down from the Wren family, thank you for that. So then Abernathy also spoke about how he introduced where was I? I know I said the band clash, the international show, and the Wetfed came under him as well. You know, he has done a mighty contribution, and he also said he might get a little grey beard, but he young at heart. He loved to
I
party.
like that. I like
So for
that.
the young people out there who think Abernathy is the reason why you don't get a lot of fed, he is not the guy. He is not the one for that. Remember, this is the man that got the biggest street. He was a part of the biggest street jam on the road in probably the Caribbean, which is the Long Jam. He was a part of the first one. But then, you know, he saw a lucrative opportunity and became a vendor, the first vendor. So, Abernathy, I'm really thankful for your contribution. And somebody asked me this week, you know, I said, you know, when we were talking about you transitioning out, because I had heard the rumor, you know, and they asked me, Abernathy, you can check your phone. Someone asked me, would I miss him? And I said, no, man, I don't give Abernathy too much of a hard time. Abernathy is not the person that you should be blaming for it. Abernathy is not the analog brain that your guys think he is. The man is very up to the time, very digital. Look where the man there. He is on Ren. He is on Real Entertainment Network, promoting, talking to us, having discussion. And I'm for one, gonna be sad to see you step down, but you got to move on and do better things, other things. Reese, send me the answer. Reese.
I'm texting to you right now.
I'm gonna send it to Abernathy. What the question is. Okay, let me send it. Okay, Abernathy. Okay. Don't worry, Abernathy. Oh, you got a question? Okay. Yeah, you're good, Abernathy. You're on point.
Okay.
All right. So, Reese, this is your question. Let's go. Oh, we can ask a question thereafter. Then, before we go into that, Abernathy, there's another question. Revamp Mr. Cool show and criteria. I thought I saw that going out as well. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we wanted to rebrand the show because, and no disrespect to anybody, no disrespect. We recognize that the show was taking a particular course over the years. In recent times, last year, in our opinion, it was very embarrassing. You had guys on stage swearing publicly, and you had children in the audience. I mean, so we want to take that show in a different direction. And so probably that is one of the reasons why when persons heard that we were rebranding the show, that they stayed away. Because we were trying to attract some people like the Von Anslims and the Tebulus and the Garlic, who were past winners. Who imagine Van came on stage and drew thunder right there.
Yeah.
Tebulus
I remember that.
played his bass, Garlic sang and do the moonwalk dance or whatever, the Michael Jackson. We want to take the show back in that direction.
Got you.
So we were looking to rebrand it.
Got you. Right, Abernathy, thanks for reminding me about last year there, because I was cracking up and I getting back to watch them shows.
What?
You better
Tago
believe I'm going to look up that.
Tago
Wow.
Entertainment, boy, last year, boy. Oh, you
Wow.
bleed.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, kids, but that one was too hot. That one was too
I
hot.
see.
When you're hungry now. Anyway, Reese, let's
Boy.
get into it. We're gonna give away a
All
ticket
right.
now.
All right, here we
We're
go.
gonna give away a ticket.
Ticket giveaway. This one gonna be
Wait,
for
wait,
Wet
wait, wait,
Fit.
wait, wait. How
You
will we
you
get the winner? The first person that said the answer, plain and
yeah, the
straight.
first person that comment
Okay.
On the screen? Yeah,
in
okay.
the yeah.
It's a little unfair because there's lags for some
All
people,
right.
but let's go.
All right, guys. So the winner will be getting a ticket to Wet Fit, right?
Mhm.
2004 Road March. Which band and what was the song? Remember, this is in the heart of Ultrasonics, eh?
Oh me, Reese, you know go say
Heart
nothing
of
else.
Ultrasonics. Heart of
Shut your
ADC.
mouth.
Come
Reese,
in.
stop talking. Here's something else, man.
The boy for Hanley's Road had Honda man.
Oh Lord.
You mean? See if I see how good with me. Road March 2004.
All right.
Well,
And is that
mate.
your final answer?
A lot
Abanati,
of
I
answers
think
coming in.
we have an answer.
We're
We
still
have an
going now.
answer
Hold
coming
on.
in.
The answers coming in. Somebody said
No,
2004
we,
Randy.
Reese,
Sam Jones said swing your hand.
Reese. The first person was Tanya Powell, and she said Code Red, Casanova. Ken Ray Walter said Sun and Rain, Ultrasonics after. So,
Son Arena 2005 Wana.
yeah.
The,
So,
the winner is actually Tanya. Tanya won
Tanya.
with the correct answer. Code Red Casanova. That is the correct answer. So Tanya, congratulations, you'll be going to Wet Fit.
Uh, Tanya, ask Tanya who she can give the wet fit ticket is because I sure Tanya ain't coming home for Culturama.
Tanya.
Tanya, the pressure is on. You better answer about now.
If she want to make use of that ticket, she better come because I'm not gonna give nobody else but she.
Hmm. Hmm.
Tanya say yes, yes, yes. Tanya look like she gonna be there.
Oh, okay. Okay, Tanya, that
Tanya
good
look like
girl.
she at the party. Tanya look.
I would love to
Yes,
see.
man.
I would love to see Tanya in the wet fat boy. Pushing back.
Boy.
Pushing back.
Boy. Why I like again, boy. It's a good thing me carry will it. Abanati, thank you for giving away that ticket right here. Um, appreciate you for stopping by with us. And Abo, lots of laugh. It was a good time. Big up yourself, Abanati. I'm gonna let Reese say his piece. I'm gonna say my
Yeah, man,
piece, and then we're gonna let Abanati say his piece.
Hey, Abo, it's always a pleasure having you here. Every time you come, you drop some information on us, and it's good to see the development of Culturama under your leadership. I think a lot of people don't know some of the things you've been instrumental in, but as you revealed, Long Jam start with you, Bank Clash was with you, Red Fit is you, you know what I mean? So we want to definitely congratulate you for your time. As you announced, you're coming down to the end of your tenure, but your contributions will live on. You know what I mean? So congratulations. Called Drama 49, nothing but mass boy. I will big up yourself.
Ira,
Yes,
I
Abo.
just sent you something on WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
At least you just stop that one pink cup too, Yeah.
Do I?
This cup was a good cup tonight. I will big up yourself. Me and you drink the same thing tonight.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. It seems like some congratulations are in order for the big man in the chair right now. Abonati, you know, your contributions are being recognized throughout the federation. And as of such, what you have just sent me on WhatsApp, I want to pull it up. I want to pull it up. So just give me a little time to gather it. But your contributions are being recognized. So Abonati, what I say? Nevis Affairs and
What?
Calypso Cheer. Who's that? Who is that person?
They have invited me to be a part of the carnival committee, and they
Wow.
just released the names this evening.
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
really honored
Fresh.
to be asked to serve in that capacity.
Wow. Wow. The Nevis, and Abonati, you're the Calypso Cheer, so I know for a fact we can get publicized scores now. The scores are gonna be I know
You're killing, you're
I
killing
know
me.
for a fact the scores are gonna be out there. But big up yourself, Abonati. I'm looking at the names. I see Abonati Library. I see Abonati Library. I don't see nobody else from Nevis. Is there anyone else from Nevis? Are you the only Nevisian on that committee?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's a monumental achievement for you because you know how hard it is to break through that barrier. In Nevis affairs, I don't know what that means, but I know that means you're gonna be keeping Nevis in mind, and maybe that means Nevis can get do. So, um, Abanati, you're going back to what I said earlier, fair share. So you don't know that. But no, congratulations on that, man. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Good for you. Good for you.
Congrats, congrats, congrats,
Congrats,
congrats.
Abanati. Congrats, Abanati.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, man, that's good. And you know, it's funny. Somebody put it in the comments just before you say it. Yeah,
Did they?
Yeah,
yeah.
Bye. They're quick.
Somebody put
They're
it in the
quick. They're
comments. I
quick.
think
They're quick.
actually, Chef put it in. The chef said, "I want the national committee." Well deserved, that ball. Well deserved. Definitely, definitely. Congratulations, big time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man, Abo. I think I've already given you your flowers, and so pick up yourself. Um, I don't know if there is anything that you would like to say. You're always welcome here anytime. I can always reach out to you. We will be reaching out to you because you mentioned that you're launching the slogan competition as early as from 2 weeks from now. So yeah, we're gonna be checking in on you periodically for the 50th, as that would be the last time you would be the chairman of the Culturama committee, and we would want to talk to you
Well,
constantly before that.
Ira, next for the 50th, we're gonna be a big part of the 50th. We're gonna be reaching out to Abo so that we get all the information, and also we want to have the Queen Show contestants come here next year.
Mm.
Yeah, we want the Queen Show contestants live on Real Talk Hana. And if we could get some of the Calypso guys and stuff like that, yeah, we need everything. Everybody that has a part to do with Culturama next year have to come here,
okay. Sounds like
including
a plan.
Swain.
We need Swain.
Sounds
We
like a
need
good
Yeah,
Swain.
we
plan.
need Swain.
We need Swain. Abonati, I don't know if you realize just before you go, Alan Powell has offered his services. Well, he wants to be paid, but he wants to increase the quality in which these young ladies answer the questions. Um,
So he want to be the question and answer coach.
yes,
Okay,
I think it's a representation of us, especially when we're asking these questions and our intellect. So we really need to prepare these young ladies so they will feel a little more confident answering their questions.
yeah.
I think Alan could possibly do a good job, but that's just something I'm going to throw out there. That's just something I'm going to throw out there. But Abanati, go
Yeah.
ahead.
It was
me
good
hear
to be
you.
here. It was good to be here. Want to thank you and Reese, Real Talk, for this invitation. You have provided a platform for me. Um, excuse me, for the last 2 or 3 years, and I really appreciate this platform. And I always look forward to coming on your program and answering the hard questions and to disseminate and diffuse some of the negativity
Yeah.
that is
True,
being
true.
spewed on Facebook and social media. Um, so I want to thank you guys for that. And I'm really looking forward to persons in the diaspora to come home for Culturama this year. Next year, we are going to have a big homecoming celebration. And so we want even more persons in the diaspora to come to Culturama next year, Culturama 50. But as we said, Culturama 49 is the precursor. And we want to have a lot of energy, a lot of hype in this year's festival. So come home, enjoy what we have to offer, and then right after you return, book and come back for Culturama 50.
I like that. Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
We're gonna talk about Culturama 50 some other time. Not tonight. Not tonight. Some other time. But Abanati, yeah, man. Thanks. And I will be coming for that drink. Nobody feel like I'm making a joke. We're gonna chop it up and we're gonna get it going. Reese, Abanati, it's been real. And this is Real Talk Corner. Well, Abanati, you got any predictions on roadmap? Oh, you can't say that. You can look like you're biased.
No, I
You
can't,
Can't
can't
say
I
say that.
can't, I
nothing.
can't.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Can't do that.
Yeah,
Can't do
yeah,
that.
you
Can't do
can't
that.
do that. Let's go.
Well, to be honest, since I'm not recording, I've not been following up the band and the calypso them that much.
Yeah.
I've not been following up, so I really like up to speed with what's happening in the music
Yeah.
field right now.
Okay. And you say once you step down, once you retire, you think you're gonna still be working in the background with them, maybe in some capacity,
Well,
is it just gonna be done and done?
I mean, I'll be accessible, so you could
Mm.
call on me at any time. Whoever that need any guidance, I'll be happy to provide that support and that guidance.
And swing
I
was your
mean,
choice.
when 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 Suti stepped away from Culturama, and even now,
Mm-hmm.
Suti would attest to the fact that I call on Suti every single time I have a problem. I call him, I discuss it with him, I ask him to assist me with this, I ask him to assist me with that. Even though I still call him because I have a lot of respect for him. What I know with Culturama and culture in this, I learned from Suti. And so I've grown to respect him for that. He has never let me down. Earlier this year, we had a Black History Month at church, and I called Suti and I said, Suti, I wanted to come to church to speak about Black history.
Mm.
And he said, why? I can't turn it down, and he came. That's the kind of relationship we have. And so you cannot throw aside the persons who were there before you. Try to work with them and still keep them close to you because they still have knowledge that they could impart to you.
I hope that's not what's happening to you. I hope that was not a plea. I hope that was just because
No, man, no. The transition is going to be smooth and there's going to be a lot of support after the transition
Okay.
comes through.
Okay. Abanati, you're losing your voice, so
I'm losing my voice, so I gotta go.
you have to go. You have to go. You have to go. All right. And it is. It's been real. I'm just gonna end it with the calendar for Culturama. No, that's not the one I want. This is why I wanted these things early o'clock.
I share medicine, man.
71. This is why I wanted it
Share
early
medicine,
o'clock.
man.
But Abanati, I can take the blame because I know you're a busy man and you got things going on. It's my fault for real. But that's how we got some time. So yeah, we're gonna end it with this so people could see it. Yeah, Abanati, they say the hammer wearing off, so go take a fresh shot. And I guess Tanya right now to get the ticket from you. So
Yeah,
that's what it
yeah,
is.
Tanya and I communicate all the time, so that's not an issue.
Okay. Okay. Straight. All right. We out.
here and there. This one is the comeback here. You love your cracks and in the air. And we just rolling in the new shoes. And 4-wheel driving and we new shoes. We no slip nor sliding and we new shoes. I got me clock to wipe off me new shoes. Watch how we styling, show me the styling. Watch how we styling. Let me cast them on. Watch how we styling, show me the styling. Watch how we styling. Nobody could stop us. We rolling through the city with my Crocs on. I got my Crocs on. You see my Crocs on. Anywhere you see the people, them Crocs on. You see them Crocs on. Cause if you ain't rockin', you ain't rockin'. And if you ain't rockin', go do some shopping. Said if you ain't rockin', you ain't rockin'. And if you ain't rockin', go do some napping. Imagine today on the road. Imagine today on the road. And if you ain't got a care, go get a pair. If you ain't got a pair, go get a pair. If you ain't got a pair, go get a pair. If you ain't got a pair, go get a pair. Show me your cracks. Show me your cracks. Show me your cracks. In your socks. Show me your cracks. Show me your cracks. Show me your cracks. And don't forget your socks. And when you wind up, we run the place, and we who set the pace. We not let them race. Oh yeah, right now we coming to take over the city, get the whole place litty. And this year we ready again. This music make you jolly, make you happy, make you jump with somebody. And vibes in the atmosphere. I rock with you, rock it up, and bring your whole party cool. Now can you rock with me? I wanna rock with you. We just wanna rock with you. I wanna rock with you. We wanna celebrate. You got to get on the road and make it great. Everybody, check me, do me, don't be late. Man, I tell you, look how the people jumping up, look how the people walking up, look how the people mashing up, look how the people rocking up the place. They mashing up the place.
Show me some love. Come put your love sign up. Show me some love. Come put your love sign up. Show me. We got the words in the lock. I'm gonna take back shot. We got the words in the lock. Watch how me gonna step on top. Yo, Alice Moon. Yo, Alice Moon. Butlers, Vicky, hear them. Yo, Alice Moon. Just run all over neighbors, hear them.
We bring people together to have a good time. Good music, good ambience. Let's pass a good line. Jump on the gong and roll around. Do anything you want, do what you want, do anything. Now can we rock with you? Yeah, I know you wanna rock with me too. You better rock with me. I wanna rock with you. You better rock with me. I wanna rock with you. We just wanna play with us. Play your mass, baby. It's on the road and make it last. Make it last, baby. Check on this in our village. Man, I tell you, look how the people jumping up, look how the people walking up, look how the people mashing up, look how the people rocking on the place. They mashing up the place.
Show me some love. Come put your love sign up. Show me some love. Come put your love sign up. Show me. We got the words in the lock. I'm gonna take back shot. We got the words in the lock. Watch how me gonna step on top. Hear them, hear them. Yo, Alice Moon. Yo, Alice Moon. Yo, Alice Moon. Be a massive for yourself. You are massive. Hear them. Ask some massive. The DA massive. Tell them. The GT massive them. Hear them from the road. Yo, Alice Rule.
Show me the stage. The stage, the stage, the stage, the stage, the stage, the stage. I want to show me the stage, the stage, the stage. We come to turn up the stage, the stage, the stage. Everybody, turn up the stage, mash up the place, jump up in no regret and make them fix it again. We say, turn up the stage, we say, mash up the place. Up the people fed and make them clean it again. Go to spit and powder, mix up with water. It's a different kind of fed in your area. It's foam and powder, mix up and then fag it up and then foam it up and then wet it up. Juve morning we hit the street, we starting off with a sexy beat. Alright then we gon' link up with Masquerade and Moko. Jump this, turn up the stage, mash up the place. Jump up with no regret and make them fix it again. We say, turn up the stage, we say, mash up the place. Paint up the people fed and make them clean it again. Cause it's paint and powder, mix up with water. It's a different kind of thing in your area. It's foam and powder, mix up with water. It's a different kind of thing in your area. Drinks in my cup, drinks in my cup. Cheers. What's my cup is full, the party can't stop. You know, rum in my cup, what? Rum in my cup. Come now. All of me get let me say start cooking up. Go, turn up the stage, mash up the place. Jump up with no regret and make them fix it again. We say, turn up the stage, we say, mash up the place. Paint up the people fed and make them clean it again. Cause it's paint and powder, mix up with water. It's a different kind of thing in your area. It's foam and powder, mix up with water. It's a different kind of. But when you show me the stage, the stage, the stage, we come to turn up the stage, the stage, the stage. Everybody know, show me your rag and your flag and your rag and your flag and your hand and your rag and your flag and your rag and your flag and your hand and show me your rag and your flag and your rag and your flag and your hand and put them up in the air, up in the air, up in the air, up in the air. Cause it's paint and powder, mix up with water. It's a different kind of thing in your area. It's foam and powder, mix up with water. It's a different kind of thing in your area.